You are welcome to this discussion one-on-one with Honorable Chika Abubakar, a former commissioner in the government of Niger State and a former member of the House of Representatives. He was a vocal and very outspoken member in the 8th Assembly and has since relocated back to Kaduna to continue his business. And today we are trying to understand what is happening in the National Assembly. Honorable Chika, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ramande Shaulo, the chairman, Army Committee of the 8th Assembly.
Okay, now I am of India radio and television. Now, let me ask you one question. What sense do you make of the controversy in the National Assembly today about that led to the suspension of the senator representing Kogi, Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Uduaghan?
Thank you, Mr. Ramande. All of us were members of the 8th Assembly, and particularly I could recall of a case of Abdulmumin Jibrin that was suspended during the 8th Assembly. And the court of competent jurisdiction says you cannot suspend a member for a very long period of time. And I think the average, if I can get that document, was you can't suspend somebody, no matter how your rules operate, you suspend him for either 3 months or 6 months because he is representing people. And as long as the people who he is representing did not deny him, you can't deny him representing them. So in this case, also, there was a case of Indume, and so many, I think about 2 more cases that went to court and the court denied it. But however, the impunity at which the 10th Assembly, particularly in the Senate, operate is very terrifying and very frightening for every Democrat, particularly some of us that were legislators. Now, what brought this issue? What brought this issue? He changed Natasha's committee. After changing her committee, I think she remained silent on whatever was the reason behind changing her committee. Then a seat was also changed. And she stood up to speak, and she was found guilty for speaking against what she perceived is a wrongdoing. And after that, I think she has no option than to open up what she assumed or what she believed was the reason behind all this witch hunting. And I have not seen any credibility on behalf of the Senate. For example, anybody who has been alleged to have sexually abused somebody, it could be true and it may not be true. If the Senate President is reasonable enough, he will have vacated the seat either on a 2 weeks holiday, whatever, and allow the Deputy Senate President to preside over, and then a thorough investigation will be done by a committee that will be set up, not by him, but by a special committee, not only ethics and privilege, because what I realized, the ethics and privilege committee that was there, he was the one who formed that committee, and I'm sure the chairman is going to do his bidding. It will have been a special committee because this is a special case. It's not about the House rules. Her allegation is not on the House rules, but her allegation is a fundamental human right that is a constitutional right that she must be had. And then if it must be had in the House, a special committee must be set up, or they should allow the court to make decision about her allegation.
Now, Honorable Chika, the Senate rules, the standing orders of the Senate, section 66(8), does not give specific time frame for members of the Senate to be suspended. The rule just gives the Senate the opportunity, the right to just give any time they want. It is not provided in the rules of the Senate, unlike that of the House, that suspension should be 14 days.
Well, even but you cannot have an unlimited period to suspend somebody. That's why up in issue, I was telling you that Senator Natasha is representing the people of Kogi Central. And therefore, you cannot deny the people of Kogi Central. So if you have anything to do, let them recall her and then nominate somebody to represent them through any election. But you cannot, because you didn't bring her there. And what she has done is just violation of rules. Violation of rules will not give you that impunity. You suspend somebody the way you wanted. That is for anything that is in conflict with the Constitution should not survive. So I see no reason why even the standing order of the Senate is even faulty again, because you cannot use a faulty document to judge somebody, because you can't just come. These are rules, they are not laws. And the rules do not give you an open ticket or an open check to follow somebody to his grave. So all you need to do is you should be able to initial. It is in conflict with the Constitution, because even if you are going to jail, to be jailed by a court of competent jurisdiction, they cannot either tell you life sentence or they give you a certain period. So even the rules as set up by the Senate was done deliberately to which hunt members of the Senate that go against what the leadership wants.
Now, aside this issue of the senator from Kogi Central, what is your assessment? You've been you were before National Assembly. You had your views about the National Assembly. You went there for 4 years. You were a member for 8 years. For 4 years you were out. What is your assessment of the period you were in and the period that you are out? How do you assess the performance of this 10th Assembly?
Well, honestly, the 10th Assembly is a caricature of representation, because there is no proper representation. Because I can recall sometimes we used to laugh when Honorable Kazaure said that whatever comes from the president, he as the Speaker of the Masses is approved. So Kazaure at that time was doing it like a job. But I have seen an assembly where Kazaure's comedy is now becoming a reality. The 10th Assembly is an assembly that is owned 100% by the executive. They don't scrutinize the executive. They don't check what the executives are doing. All they do is whatever comes from the president is like something that is brought from the heaven, that you cannot even question it. And that is what we see in the 10th Assembly. So 10th Assembly, honestly, is mind-boggling what we are seeing in 10th Assembly. As legislators, National Assembly is our constituency for life until we die. Anything that happens to National Assembly is like it happens in your own village, because we were once there and we knew the tempo at which we left National Assembly. Even if it cannot improve, we expect status quo should remain. Because we're not saying during our time we were the best, but I think during our time we have challenged what the executive brought, we have scrutinized what the executive brought, and that is why 8th Assembly, I can rate it, is better than even the 9th Assembly and the 10th Assembly, because 8th Assembly stood for the Nigerian people. And we don't check who the president is, we check what the Nigerians wanted. And the president has been, I could recall, during the first tenure of Buhari, he has tried as much as possible to blackmail us, to put us against the Nigerians. But with time, Nigerians did realize that we are the ones on the right path, not President Muhammadu Buhari. So this assembly is a very sorry situation. They cannot help Nigerians. They cannot do anything for the benefit of the common man, but for the benefit of the National Assembly itself, and not even the institution of the National Assembly, but themselves and the benefit of the president.
Yeah, someone listening to you, Honorable, would think that as a member of the All Progressive Congress, one of the people who fought to bring the APC to power, that what you are saying is surprising.
Yes, Nigeria comes first before APC. If APC has gone wrong, I'm such a Democrat that I don't look at whether party or I look at anybody close to me who has done wrong. A wrong thing is a wrong thing, done by any other person. If APC came, I came under the platform of APC, and APC has not done very well, I don't think I should be communicable with the truth. The truth is that we have not done well. After the 8th Assembly, we thought the 9th Assembly could be better. Maybe President Muhammadu Buhari must have learned a lot, but it wasn't. And even in the 8th Assembly, I want to tell you, we can see the cantankerous nature of Muhammadu Buhari. when issues come up, we've been at the loggerhead. So Muhammadu Buhari or APC is not Nigeria. Nigeria is for the citizen. And I believe whoever is going to work for the citizen. What we see today is a political party who came with propaganda. We came with propaganda, but we're thinking that the leadership are not on the propaganda part, but are on the part of being a progressive. But unfortunately, the leadership are not progressive. What they were doing at the time we came, we thought it was a propaganda, and we didn't do good. And truth is that which can set you free. Continue to be trying to speak with double mouth, both side of my mouth, I think will not help situation. So APC did not do very well, and that is why I would tell you, that is why you have seen I have backtracked. You have never seen me in the APC, even when President Tinubu put me on his campaign council, I refused, I declined, because APC did not do well, and I cannot remain. Though I'm still a member of APC, because I'm looking at Nigeria first, which group will really have the cloud and the intention to save Nigeria from the quagmire we find ourselves. So honestly, I will not defend APC, but I will defend Nigerians and the common man anytime I find myself.
Talking about Nigeria, what is your assessment of the current economic strength? The APC to which you belong came in with promise of hope. Now, in your assessment, how far have we gone on this journey of improving the economy, improving it from what President Jonathan made a mess of?
I think every right-thinking human being should apologize to PDP and President Jonathan if you are a member of APC. The fact is that, honestly, we mess up things more than what we made. And I believe in everything you find yourself, if you cannot maintain status quo, then you should improve it. Now, if you can see the history, what steps did Jonathan do within his 6 years after the death of Yar'Adua? What debt did Buhari leave? And look at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, even the Buhari that we're seeing like a lame dog, and he left, I think, about 60 trillion. Today, within the 2 years of President Tinubu, we have over 100 trillion as debt. So APC, I will wonder anybody who is in his real sense will go and vote for somebody under APC. To be very frank with you, since I left National Assembly, since the 8th Assembly, you can recall in the 8th Assembly, after 2.5 years, I wrote a letter saying I will not contest the next election. I gave reasons in that letter. And since then, I will tell you, I remain a member of APC, but I don't operate because I don't believe in what is happening in APC. And I don't believe we have any economic agenda that will save Nigeria, but agenda that will serve people who are big shot in APC. And now we have seen an agenda in APC that the economic reform is for the purpose of making the president and his family richer than the nation. So this is what APC stands. And I believe Nigerians should be able to see that. I don't give a damn who becomes the president. You can bring Mobutu, if he's alive, to run Nigeria. You can bring Gaddafi to run Nigeria. You can bring any other person you thought is a dictator, as long as the life of Nigerians will look good. I don't give a damn from the country you come from. So I am not somebody who is concerned about the area at which a president comes. In fact, if you give me a choice, I don't want even a president to come within my area, because if he mess up, I will be ashamed of coming from that area. Just like Buhari. Buhari came from the north, and I'm ashamed that a northerner will do that worse thing that Buhari did. So I think APC does not have any good economic agenda for the nation, and the earlier the better we start looking inward and find out, because the coming of Tinubu has shown us that APC is a party that only operates to benefit those who are with the president and the president himself.
Speaking with Honorable Chika Abubakar, now a businessman, a former member of the House of Representatives. Now, Honorable Chika, one question. Okay, he says he's a trader. As you can see behind him, he sells shoes and foodstuff in Kaduna. Why you sell foodstuff and you sell things for people? What is the economic outlook in Kaduna State where you're operating from? How are people patronizing you?
Honestly, Remanda Shaulo, the economy is very, very weak and the future is very bleak. Why will I tell you this? I sell, apart from the shoe you see here, I sell groceries. These groceries that I sell is what I expect that should even move the market, or and locally how we say it. Now, I will give you an example. Anytime we buy items, we may sell out of 10, we may sell 6, 7, and the other 3 will expire. We have to throw them away because people don't have the economic power to be able to buy this. And I tell you, before the coming of Tinubu, there is no day that I will not sell goods worth 15 million naira in a month. But as of today, I want to tell you, few days you may sell 200 and something. These are things that people eat, including water, other drinks. So I will tell you now, if I'm to give you the history of this, my shoe store, this shoe store is going to die off very soon. Why? Because I can tell you, I can spend 1 month or above, nobody will come and buy a single shoe. Unlike in the past when I started. When I started, I always place order, and even the order I place come through the plane, not through the sea. To tell you how much people, that's after leaving the house, in the after leaving 8 assembly, that is as of 2019. So I place order from China, they will put it on a plane and it will arrive and I will sell. But I want to tell you, I spend 1 month, I can spend 1 month, nobody will buy a single shoe. So the economy is not good to go. The economy is very, very bad.
So the economy is doing like our colleague, Honorable Gudaje said, is doing like this, doing like this. Is that what you are saying?
Yes. I could recall he said it will do. So just like Kazawa said, the economy is tumbling.
And so we're now coming to the...
You can see of recent, Honorable Remandi. I think what these people, their economic policy is just what I call kalo economics. Of recent, they started celebrating what is not celebratable. They started celebrating that the dollar is coming down. No any economic indices to show that something was done, the dollar comes down. All they did was to be able to supply the PTC with dollars from their foreign reserve. Now, as they continue, the reserve continues to go down, and now they are halting it, and now the dollar is going back to about 1,590. It even came to the extent it was 1,490 or thereabout. So and I continue. I have been telling people, if the dollar is down, the goods I sell, the imported goods and even locally produced goods have not come down. So what kind of economy is that? I expect if really it is economic theory that brought the dollar down, then the prices of goods will come down. All that has come down in the history of Nigeria in Tinubu's government is grains. And the grains largely is just maize, millet. In fact, even beans. Yes, beans. Okay, we can look at it that way. But apart from it, how much is someone bitter? The supplier supply of someone bitter, despite maize is about 40 something, but the producer still supplies someone bitter at about 15,000. So for 10 kg bag of salmon bitter. So nothing has changed. Before Tinubu came, how much was that 10 kg? It was about 7,000, 8,000. They supply us with. We sell about 9,000. So you can see they supply us today at 15,000. Even we are saying that the prices of grains has come down. Very unfortunate. You will see them back to the market because I think it was the importation of grains by most of the company, and the period given for grains was 6 months, and I think it is expiring. And like one of my boy who used to do commodity-based business, he said the factories usually reject their product now. But as at day before yesterday, they have started selling him to supply them they need maize. So you can see the theory is not working.
Now, let's talk about the issue of the controversy over fuel. You will recall that one of the factors that weakened the Jonathan government was the protest over his plan to increase the price of petrol, what people call in Nigeria the withdrawal of subsidy. In spite of the withdrawal of subsidy, or even with the news that fuel, our refineries are working and Dangote has come into the production, the prices of oil has fluctuating. Today it goes up, tomorrow it goes down. What actually is happening in Kaduna there, or in your opinion, across the country?
Well, you see, I've been hearing this price of fuel coming down, but to be very frank with you, I think I usually buy fuel in mobile station. And the lowest price I bought in mobile station, which is closer to my house, was 985 naira. So I have not seen the price coming down. But however, we had Dangote said he has reduced price, and people who goes to MRS said yes, it is cheaper. Fine, that's good. But again, the issue of subsidy from day one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he has removed subsidy. But even as at the document I went through last week, 2024, they have paid about 4 trillion as subsidy. So how did it happen? Is this subsidy a gene that cannot be seen? But how is this scam? Only God knows what we are hearing and what we are seeing. And the invariably is lack of sincerity in the system. Now, of recent, as of today, I read that the federal government is going to cancel Naira for crude for Dangote. Then what does that mean? Dangote must pay in dollars. Is that, and it is the same country that said every local transaction, it's a law. Every local transaction must be made with Naira. So where is that law today? If you say Dangote, who is going to buy Nigerian crude oil for Nigerian refinery, must buy with dollar, then is he allowed also to sell to the dealers or the wholesalers at a dollar rate? That's one big question. So I don't know the economic theory of President Bola and Ahmed Tinubu and his team. And that is why you can see even the team is one-sided. Out of the directors of the CBN, almost 60% came from one region. I don't have, if they are competent, I don't give a damn. But what we have seen, even the economic team is also one-sided. So how expert are they? Was there a competent test that brought them, or was it a political decision that brought them? If it is a political decision, I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a tribalist, if I may call, because even in the tribalist, he's a Lagosian. He doesn't look at Southwest. We have very wonderful people from the Southwest, but whenever he's engaging, you see much from Lagos, very little from Osun, and then other Yoruba states are on their own. This is very unprecedented to find somebody who is a leader of a country playing that game. Yes, Buhari has played it.
Yeah, that brings me to the question that maybe he's just copying Buhari, who did the same thing.
Yeah, if you said he's copying Buhari, yes, he is copying Buhari, but unfortunately, he is worse than Buhari now. We thought if he should have remained within the level of Buhari, but unfortunately, he has overshadowed Buhari almost 10 times. That's just a problem. But we're not saying that Buhari did not do. Buhari did very badly. He takes even the most incompetent people from his own area. Just And why I didn't blame Buhari that much, I have never seen Buhari as an exposed person. I see somebody like Buhari as somebody who is very dormant, adamant, and I expect he will only catch from where he knows. But where we are told that President Bola Tinubu is exposed, he's a bridge builder, and if you are exposed and a bridge builder, we should have better than what we see. That's just why I'm blaming him.
Now, just before we run off, what are the prospects? Have you left politics completely, or you still intend to play politics? And which of the groups are you? Are you going to come to PDP, or where are you? Where are you?
Well, I didn't leave politics, but I think I will never contest election for the rest of my life. I will not go into a polling unit, but I can be in the party, and I can also be a strategist for the party anywhere I find myself. Now, why I am remaining behind now, I'm looking at which group has progressive, which group will have people who have interest in Nigeria. That is why I didn't go. My body is what is only in APC, but my soul is not in APC. So I'm looking at a formidable group that have sincerity and the capacity to save Nigeria from where we are. So I wish to assure you, 2027, I'm going to be in the group that will save Nigeria. I have not made any decision, and I'm looking at it. For PDP, as you said, maybe I will go to PDP. I can go to any party that I feel will work for the benefit of the citizens and will save Nigeria. I don't give a damn about party. I give a damn about who will contest the election, but the team and the person who they will put forward. Does he have the capacity? Does he have the cloud? Can he carry everybody along and believe that Nigeria is one country for everybody, irrespective of their religion and tribe? If I have somebody like that, I'm going to go with him. So
but
I'm still
Honorable, that is the problem with Nigerian politics, namely that politicians just float. They don't have any ideology. You have people from all backgrounds. They will go and then they will not last long. They will quarrel. All they have in mind is not to develop the country, like you said from the beginning. Parties don't have ideology. Don't believe in anything.
That's why I said I'm looking for real progressive people who believe they can save Nigeria. I will follow them. Even if we will not win election, I will follow them. Maybe posterity will judge us. So that's why I told you I don't care which party. It could be PDP, it could be PRP, it could be any party where I believe people who genuinely want to save Nigeria. I think I have arrived at an age where even if this was crawling, I'm very close to my grave. So I have nobody to fear. I have no interest that is personal to me today. What do I lack? I will eat food. Fine. Then what am I looking for? I don't have an expensive life. My children go to public university. So I did not put an expensive life for myself. I am not trying to acquire that much. Honorable Ramanda Shaul, I will tell you one thing. I swear by Allah that created me. Throughout my entire life, I have never, even before I came to Nigeria, up to today, I have never changed even the curtain in my house. The bed I sleep at Ramanda Shaul, I bought that bed and the mattress about 100,000 years back. I'm still using that bed. I have never changed television whether I was a member in my house. Throughout my tenure as a member of National Assembly, I want to tell you on record, God is hearing me. I have never bought a car that is worth 3 million naira in my entire stay in National Assembly. So people who knew me knew me. Mr. Ramanda Shaul, before I came to the house, when I was teacher, I go to the second-hand market and buy clothes. Up to today, I go to the second-hand market, I buy shirt if I want to. So I didn't have an expensive life. And I have lived in National Assembly. Everybody will tell you I don't even have a driver. And throughout my life, I stayed in Abuja. The apartment I stay in Area 2 is a 2-bedroom apartment. So anybody who thinks that somebody like me, I have an expensive life, I don't want anything from anybody. But I want to join progressive because posterity is going to judge me. And I have children. I don't want anything in life that somebody will look at my children tomorrow and say, your father was one time a thief, he was once this. And that is why I come. I could recall in 2019, when the issue of election came, my daughter asked me that, Daddy, are you going to contest election? Then I was saying, why? You said, then one said, I said, what do you say? She said, because nothing will change. And I would tell you, Ramanda Shaul, I was once a commissioner. My children would never tell you they have ever seen an official vehicle in my house. They are alive. Ask them.
Now,
None of my family members ever knew my
we-
office, even as a commissioner, even as a member of National Assembly. So governance is for the public. It's not for your family. It's not for you. Live your normal, and that is why I can live my normal life. I come back to where I am, what I can do, and I'm still doing it. You see me in a mass sleeping. There are people that I become like a museum. People will come and show them. This was a member of National Assembly. Somebody will say, my friend, somebody said, I can't believe that.
all right, thank you. we have to leave it. We have to leave it here. Thank you very much. Maybe one day we'll schedule a discussion on your personal philosophy. Thank you very much for the opportunity of coming to speak to us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Remande, the communication man today. Me, I'm a trader. For you, you are a communication expert and you have gone back to that place. So may God all see us through.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you. We've been speaking with Chika Abubakar, a former member of House of Representatives, who says he has gone back to trading. He was a teacher, he was a commissioner, and was a very vocal member of the 8th Assembly. Please subscribe to our channel, share our video, and comment on what the Honorable has said. Do you agree with him? Do you think that what he has said is what Nigeria needs for us to progress? Thank you very much.